Culture is one of the things that differentiate us from other people of outside of our country. And culture, it plays a big role in our life to maintain and sustain the credibility of our country. We did a research about that topic, which says the influence of electronic media through culture education. My names are MASUBIZA UWITONZE. You go and watch and learn through my documentary.
My names are Eugene Uwimana, a journalist on Radio 10 and TV 10 and other different media houses, but specifically I am also a chief editor, the head of news.
By names of Twishimile Eme. I'm a Rwandan citizen. I stay at Kigali, Kachidu.
My names are Eric Utuje, the program manager on Radio and TV 10, but I am also a journalist. I entered in journalism doing cultural-based TV show. It is one of the most powerful weapons that we have because we know that we are working from Rwanda, so we have to give our viewers what is necessary based on culture. In full Kinyarwanda also, we do the show 99% in Kinyarwanda in all our TV show, where we invite the experts in culture. We also invite the traditional dancers. We invite the elders of the past years so that we can exchange skills about culture because they know much and we have what we got through books but of which we can't understand well. So they have to take the church their time to explain to us about history, culture and the language of Kinyarwanda. Oh yes, we have culture-based TV show that brings students together with the elders as their judges, where students give their ideas and then the judges correct them where they have gone wrong, so that those who are there and those who are watching from home can easily know the value of culture, because there are some students whose parents doesn't spend the time with them. So when they come and attend our show, it plays a big role in maintaining our culture and helps not to lose the culture and forget our values, and it builds, of course, our culture mostly in the youth. And then when there is some meetings talking about culture in our newsroom, we talk about it and see if there is something cultural that we can tell Rwandans. So we then send our reporter and then they are supposed to do a reported story towards culture from that meeting. So through that, we teach us and gain if there is an author who launches a book of culture. We haven't yet done a research about that, but when we see the student who attends our show, their ideas, according to what we heard, it shows that our show is heard everywhere by everyone. One of mostly their students. Their impact, of course, very positive, but it is hard to know that the program has made an impact immediately. But when you were on air or you received the calls from the viewers or public saying that, oh, we didn't know about that, like Kings, Rwabugiri, as well as you can meet in the street passing, then they can stop you saying, oh, your last show, it was great and we learned more about and things that we didn't even know. So that shows that the show it's had and viewed by countrywide. But we also have the social media where we receive ideas which shows that there is a real impact of the show. Thank you. I think we normally say that youth of our country Rwanda are the leaders of tomorrow. I want to remind you that the big population that Rwanda has are youth. Back in the days, youth played a big role in 1994 genocide against Tutsi. So we cannot do that show without bringing in youth. Of course, we use Kinyarwanda where we learn and teach values and principles of our culture. So we bring all those together and teach them to the youth from universities, secondaries and other groups of youth. But sometimes we even go down, do the outreach and go down in the village and talk to the youth.
So media, like for example, when the media groups, like for example, like the TVs, maybe when they can visit like those people who make the arts things, because it's also in the culture, like those who make the arts like drawings, people who are dancing, they just like visit them. When you visit those people, like when the TV just like visit those people who dance, it's boosting them, it's just like publishing them, so that like a person who is maybe in Europe can just know, like in Rwanda we have traditional dance which is called Malaba, so it just keeps it going up instead of just declining decreasing it. Yeah, you know, like on TVs, you know, there is some programs that they are putting on that in Rwanda they just say that niwavuga bavuga. So you know that thing when you just get that niwavuga bavuga, like maybe if I'm like a citizen and I don't know how to pronounce a good word, a good Kinyarwanda word, when you just see that TV, it will just help you to capture that word that you don't know well. It has helped other citizens, other Rwanda citizens, other children of Rwanda, like to simply learn how to speak that Rwandan culture, as in, because a language, it's also a culture. You know, each country has its language, so that's a different culture which is from other countries. Like here in Rwanda we have our culture and we have our language as Rwandan language. So you find that there are some people who don't know how to speak out work in Rwanda, and those TV programs just help them like to simplify and tell them that nibavuga bavuga, they just say like this, they don't say this, they say this. So it helps us through the media as television and the radios.
We haven't yet done a research about that, but when we see the student who attends our show, their ideas, according to what we heard, it shows that our show is heard everywhere by everyone. One of mostly their students and students who come with increased skills, not from the current show but the previous one. So through that we see the positive outcomes, and this shows that if we can continue like this, we will have a great country with a great cultural based citizen. Again, we also help people in diaspora because journalism has no barrier. In fact, we have even TVs, so we reaches with the help of the parents. We can easily say that even diaspora people also will have their culture not lost just because of our TV show only. We as media or journalism, we are the third part or estate. We bring together the leaders and teachers, and we come thirdly as the bridge where the learners use crossing towards about culture.
There are also some programs that are on TVs. They just invite some old peoples in order to help like us to distinguish that culture of ours and other cultures of our other countries. Yeah, so I can just say that I can emphasize the medias, the TVs, the radio, the newspapers to just continue like emphasizing those programs, those shows, TV shows, those interviews with those people that can continue making those TV programs, those interviews, and help like people who are old, people who are young, people who are born so far right now to continue maintaining that culture in order so far to have that culture, and we have like maybe a bright future. Because a country with a good culture, it has a bright future, and it will be also in a good development.
I hope and I believe that you've learned many things through my documentary, as I did so. I've learned many different terminologies of Kinyarwanda whereby I was not aware of it, and it was harder for me to pronunciate even it. But today, because of my documentary research, I've got many things. So I hope that it's going to bring the changes, and I can tell you that it's good to maintain your culture, and I can advise everyone to follow TV10 so that you can learn more about our culture and maintain it. Thank you so much.